Alright, hello and what is up everyone? Welcome, welcome. How you doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. I am doing well, and today is the first day of March 2013. A brand new month starting up. And we've got a lot on the docket this month. A lot coming up to expect, and I'm excited about it. I hope you are too. We'll talk a little bit about that on the pre-stream in a moment, but welcome to the Return to Street Fighter V stream. That's right, if you are here on the pre-stream, watching live, you are not in the wrong place. Unless you were expecting, I don't know, something else. I don't know what else you would expect, really. There's nothing out right now. I've played all the new releases. But yeah, Street Fighter V, a game that I played for a marathon the week that it released. And when it actually freaking worked, it was a lot of fun. I really did enjoy it. In my review of Street Fighter V, I was very candid in the fact that the competitive gameplay seems to be pretty good. That the netcode in this game, when the matchmaking works, the netcode is actually quite good. And that the little bit of gameplay that I got in against, pretty good players, I had a lot of fun, even though I lost a lot. So the game is great in a competitive aspect. You know, there's all other reasons why we could sit here and criticize the game, but I already did so in my review, so I certainly don't need to do that again here on pre-stream. Did I say... Someone says I said March 1st, 2013. Did I? Oops. We certainly haven't gone that far back in time. Holy shit. It is March 1st, 2016, ladies and gentlemen. Oops. And so the first day of the month, and I'm returning to Street Fighter V. So I hope that you feel that I am living up to expectations. As I've told you previously, this is a game that I'm going to want to return to, hopefully fairly frequently. What I would like to do is, if I could, at least once every other week, hold a stream of Street Fighter V where I go online and I play with, the characters that I've kind of enjoyed playing with so far. And I try to see what different strategies people have come up with. I fully expect today, just as a prerequisite of everyone watching here so you'll understand. And sorry for the snorting, I still got a little bit of nasal drip bothering me today. But anyway, I fully expect today to lose a lot. Everyone who's been playing this game competitively has been playing it nonstop. They've probably been playing it offline with people. They've probably been practicing, learning strategies. I've done none of that. I only have the initial few days of gameplay from launch week, and that's it. I fully expect to lose a lot, and that's okay. Because the bottom line is, in fighting games, and this is what I try to tell people, I try to instill this in people who are trying to get into fighting games. You have to learn to be a loser before you can be a winner. You have to lose a ton in order to learn strategies and reactions and where you can finally win in a competitive environment, and that's fine. Hopefully you're not doing that in tournament play, but this is the time to do it. So, the bottom line is, if today I play, and seriously, if I lose 75% of the time, 3/4 of the gameplay today, if I lose, I'm okay with that as long as I'm learning something. So, to make this abundantly clear, if I'm playing and I'm playing against someone who's using crazy mix-up strategies and awesome, reactions and combos, I'm like, wow, that beats that. Wow, that's a cool strategy. That's a cool mix-up. That's awesome. If I'm playing against someone who's picking fucking Ken and mashing Dragon Punch through everything online, and because I'm playing online, the connection doesn't allow me to react fast enough to block, react, or punish, and I lose because of that, I'm gonna be flipping fucking pissed. Alright, that's the difference between the two scenarios that a lot of people who are just viewers or casual players don't understand. They don't understand that there's a difference between being outclassed and outplayed versus being lag fought, basically. Online bullshit that in an offline environment, go ahead and try to spam a fucking Dragon Punch and see how often you're going to repeatedly hit me with it versus I'm going to block and then fucking punish the shit out of it. But that's an element of online play, unfortunately, that we all have to deal with. So that's kind of how I'm approaching today's stream. My goal here, since I haven't played the game in a week, is to learn. What can I learn? You know what I mean? What can I absorb? What knowledge about the characters and the matchups in the game can I try to accumulate into my repertoire so that as I play, I can get a little bit better? And hopefully I can play Street Fighter V, as I said, at least once every 2 weeks. It would be nice if I could play it once a week, but with a lot of the new releases coming up, I'm certainly not sure if that's going to be 100% viable. Okay? I would love to do, say, one major stream of Street Fighter V every single week. But when you got weeks with 2-3 new games, and I'm juggling them around, that's going to be difficult. Now, in comparison, this next week coming up actually is pretty release light. In fact, for the rest of this week, there's only one game release. It's The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. I've never played the game. And what I would like to do is, really enjoy that game and immerse myself in it for a week or so and try to see how far I can get in it. But the bottom line is I might get burnt out. So if I'm getting burnt out on Zelda, perfect opportunity maybe to play a session of Street Fighter V, right? So we'll see. We'll see how things go this next week. Maybe I will be playing Street Fighter V yet again within the week. Okay? What am I going to be doing today? I'm going to be playing online. I'm probably going to be doing a mix of casual and ranked matches because from what I've to understand, the matchmaking is pretty much identical to launch week. Meaning, we may be sitting here for upwards of 5 to 10 minutes to get a match, and if I'm just looking for ranked matches, I may not get them all the time. So what I may do is just have it set again to look for both casual and ranked, and see what we can get. Okay? And that's fine, because the bottom line is if I played ranked every match, I'd probably lose every match, since they changed the matchmaking. What I would like to do is try to, as I said, absorb, but also, try to practice too, and the bottom line is if I'm playing against people who are just destroying me utterly, keeping me in block stun patterns and shit, I probably won't ever get any practice on reactions or combos or anything. I'm going to be playing with a few different characters. I think today, primarily, I want to focus on Ryu a little bit, because I didn't really get to play with him much near the end of my gameplay last time. And, he's very basic, but at the same time, they changed a lot about him. I don't think he's as good as he was in Street Fighter 4, quite honestly. It seems like his Dragon Punches suck. But I do want to mess around with him a bit. See if parrying and stuff is more viable. And I do want to play with Rashid more. Rashid seemed to be the character who I did the best with in that initial run during launch week. And I really like him. He's versatile. He could be a ranged character. He's decent for up close, and he has mix-ups and big combos, and I like it. I like it. For a new character, he's probably my favorite one. And I also maybe want to play with Birdie. I didn't really get to play with Birdie that much. I only really did one little minor session with him one night, and never really got to apply it to anything else. And I would like to play with him a bit. Unfortunately, I think I might have to retire Zangief, because the last time I played with him, it pretty much looks like he can't win at all. Like, anyone who does just basic ranged gameplay can completely destroy him. And that's a problem. Anyone who's a zoner, which a lot of characters are in this game, pretty much utterly destroy him because they didn't give him any tools. Like, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. So let me get this straight. No green hand. So I can't absorb projectiles. I can't go through projectiles. I have no move that will knock down my opponents besides a sweep. You took away the Lariat. The Lariat works, but it does not anti-air, and it doesn't do reversal hits anymore. So basically, the Lariat's completely fucking pointless, and leaves you wide open because it's the slow version, not even the quick version, so that he could advance through projectiles. And his V-skill sucks shit. His V-skill's terrible. You could barely utilize it for anything. You have to charge it long enough for it to hit afterwards, after it absorbs a hit, that most people see it coming. So I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with Zangief. Like, I liked him in the beta because people didn't realize this. Then immediately people were like, oh yeah, watch this. I'll just play, fucking Street Fighter 2 basic zoning gameplay, and you can't get around it. It's silly. It really is silly. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. So, Zangief, who's pretty much one of my favorite characters ever, seems like he's a piece of crap in this game. And that kind of really disappoints me. So, that being said, there were a few other characters that I did play with, like Nikali. And I do like Nikali, but I don't know enough about him yet. Like, a mid-range game, I don't know what to do. So, I kind of end up just flubbing it and usually losing to mid-range stuff all the time, which is not good. And I did mess with a few other characters, but I don't know if I'll be playing with them today. Simply because it's only one session, and if I change characters too much, I'm probably not going to learn too much. It's really when you play the same character repeatedly in a set of matches is when you actually learn stuff. So, yeah, that's kind of the deal. I'll be playing with a few characters. Ryu, Rashid, Birdie, Maybe some Nikali. You know, we'll see. We'll see what I feel like as I play. But certainly, I'm not going to be playing with a ridiculous wide arrangement of characters because I haven't had a chance to even play. You know, a lot of people have said, Phil, why the hell didn't you play with Bison? Because Bison, you know, is really good in this game, and you've played with him before, and you've said that you've liked him. It's quite simple. I just didn't get a chance. Like, I really would have wanted to play with him during launch week, but I was playing with other characters, and, you know, I just really didn't get a chance to mess with him a bit. And because of that, unfortunately, you know, now you're a week in. Everyone's been playing this game hardcore. Could I really viably learn a new character at this point? I don't know. I think what I need to do is learn strategies against Bison, like what to do against a good Bison. Then maybe I could learn him. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Alright, so very quickly, let's run through a few things. First of all, just so everyone understands the rest of the week. This is the only Street Fighter V stream I'm doing this week. I know some people may be disappointed by that. I am going to be recording all of today's footage. I'm going to split the footage up purposely so I don't flood my channel DSPGaming with 100 fighting game videos today. What I'll do is I'll split it maybe so it uploads over the next 2 to 3 days. So that way there's variety on DSPGaming. Today I'll upload a bunch. Tomorrow I'll upload a few, balanced in with whatever gameplay I do. And then Thursday I'll probably finish it off. So if you are subscribed to DSPGaming, don't worry. Your inbox will not be fucking hammered by 100 videos today. Alright, I'm going to split it up. Not like that launch week where I purposely just uploaded everything right away. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing Far Cry Primal on my edited channel, KO Gaming. This is the channel where I do all edited content. It's where my Street Fighter V review went up. You can check that out at youtube.com/KO Gaming 1. That's how you get to it. And it's good. You know, I've been doing a lot of stuff over there. Putting up multiple videos a week now, multiple reviews and stuff. And, you know, getting into the groove of doing edited content. I feel that if I do this regularly, that the channel will grow. But I just need to get into the groove of doing it and not forgetting to do it. So, yeah. So tonight, the Far Cry Primal review will go live over there. Tomorrow, I'll be finishing up with Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 coverage. I have to finish the Plant Side campaign, the story for it. I'm about maybe a third into it. So I'm going to be finishing that up tomorrow on my stream. Tomorrow night, I will not be doing anything fun anyway. I'll be doing my friggin' taxes, which I don't want to fucking do. I hate doing it, but I have to do it. I got to get it done. I figure it's early March, perfect time to do it. Don't wait until the last absolute minute, okay, for me to do it, or else I'll be in a lot of problem. A couple years ago, it was actually 2 or 3 years ago, I forgot to do my taxes, and my accountant wrote me, and he's like, do you need extension or something? Because you didn't send me anything. And I was like, oh, fucking shit. And I almost had to pay tons of money. In fact, I did. I had to pay tons of money. Not tons, but a little bit of money as a late filing fee. But I gotta get it done. So that's gonna be Wednesday night. Thursday is Ask the King. So if you want to ask me a question to get answered on this Q&A show that I do about once a month, please head to the kingofhate.com forums. There is a thread up for this episode of Ask the King this coming Thursday. I need more questions. Last time I checked, I had between 20 and 30 questions. I need about 50 to 100. Typically, if I get around between 50 to 100 questions, that's a good amount to go through and sort through and pick the good ones. So please, if you have not yet and you have some questions for me, you'd like to see if you can get them answered, please post them up on the kingofhate.com forums ASAP. Because only 2 days left till I do that, alright? And then this Friday, the new release, even though it really technically isn't a new release, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. This is a Zelda game I've never played before. In fact, I've never seen gameplay of it before. When this game came out, I was totally kind of isolated from console gaming. I was only into Street Fighter. This was heavily during a time period when I was playing variations of Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo in tournament settings, and therefore that's all I really cared about. So I never even saw the game before. All I know is I think Link turns into a wolf or something. That's literally all I know about it. I'm hearing great things. A lot of people are saying that it's getting rated very highly. The HD re-release looks beautiful and controls well. I'm excited for that. So that's going to start Friday, and I'm going to be doing a marathon of that, meaning I'm going to be playing that all day Friday. 2 different gameplay streams of it. That's going to take us into the weekend, and then I'll be playing it pretty much hardcore throughout the week coming up. I may, as I said, take a break to do more Street Fighter V, and I think that's a perfect idea, is if I'm playing and I'm like, you know, well, if I'm, you know, getting burnt out on Zelda, playing it every day 3-4 hours, you know, take a break for Street Fighter, right? Now, next week, a lot of people have asked me, am I playing The Division? And I'm still on the fence, and I honestly don't know if I should. I'm still on the fence about this. It seems like responses I'm getting are mixed. Some people are like, well, we love to get your takes on this kind of game, and this game has a single-player mode, even though kind of it's just a spin on the multiplayer, and the multiplayer is the main focus of the game. Other people are like, no, don't play it. Pretty much the meat of the game is multiplayer like Destiny was. And as we know, you know, number one, it's not fun to even watch those fucking games unless you're like in a clan or something of people, right? Or you're known for doing those MMO-style games, and it's probably going to be another bust where I get a game and I play it for a few days and no one really likes it, and I'm going to be bored with it, and what's the point? So I don't know. I don't know. Even right now, people in the stream chat are saying, unless you could get a squad together, don't play it. And it's funny because if you remember when I played Destiny, I did have a squad. I had a few people who joined me when I played Destiny. And we went through the campaign, and we even did some of the post-game kind of special boss battle content. And no one cared. No one gave a shit. So if I skip it, that's good, because that means I'll have more time to play Zelda, and I'll probably do some Street Fighter that week. At the end of that second week of March, we've got the new Hitman game releasing. The week after that, we've got UFC 2 and MLB. At the end of that week, I believe it's I don't know if it's Pokken or Pokken, I don't know how to pronounce this, tournament. It's the Pokemon fighting game. And then near the end of the month, we're going to be doing both Patron's Choice events, as well as, hopefully, a marathon of classic platforming. Now, I can't confirm that yet, because today is the 1st of March, which means that obviously my February Patreon goal, you know, it was technically hit from what I'm to see based off of pledges, people who pledged to my Patreon. The problem with that is a lot of people get declined. And so I won't know if we actually hit the goal for the month of February for many days. It may take 3, 4, 5 days for me to even know if we've hit the goal or not. So I'll definitely let everyone know if we do hit that goal. All right, we are going to be doing a platforming marathon, either the conclusion of Conker's Bad Fur Day HD, or Crash Bandicoot 3, or Banjo-Kazooie HD. Whatever wins a poll that the patrons will be voting on, okay? Speaking of which, the Patron's Choice playthrough. So this is from patrons who pledged to my Patreon back in January. The poll is live. It went live Sunday night. From what I can see, the early lead is by far for Persona 3. I did not foresee this coming. I think a lot of people want to see me play Persona 3 before I play Persona 5 this summer, when it's scheduled to come out. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work. I mean, I'm going to play whatever the patrons vote in, but at the same time, as you guys know, Persona 4, for example, was an incredibly long playthrough. Incredibly long. And I was playing it at a time when there really wasn't much else going on besides Mortal Kombat 10. So I kind of balanced it in there with that, and it worked well. The problem now is I'm starting this Patron's Choice playthrough in late March, and April is insanely packed with new releases. Just looking at my calendar, there's about 6 to 7 major ones that I'm going to be playing. So I don't know when the hell I'm going to have time to be playing Persona 3 that month. What I may do is play a few sessions of this game in March and judge based off of that. Gee, is Persona 3 good? Is it something that I want to continue to play? And if it is, maybe I'll do it in May, because May is a little light. There's a few new releases in May, but there's not too much. So maybe I can kind of bring it over to May, and then, you know, really dedicate some time to it then, if it's something that I want to play the whole game. You know what I mean? But the thing that I'm worried about, and I'm honest, and some people in the stream chat are actually echoing my sentiment right now. They're like, if Phil plays Persona 3, let's say, you know, some in March, I play it all through May, and June I finish it, and then Persona 5 comes out in the summer, isn't that going to be Persona Burnout? I mean, you know what I mean? Maybe. I don't know. I certainly don't know what improvements and changes are coming in Persona 5, but I kind of have to think, I was thinking, you know, one Persona a year is good, but hey, I have to, you know, I'm abiding by the rules of the Patron's Choice event, and the rules were that patrons nominate games for a month, and then they vote, and the vote's going through right now, so whatever wins the poll, wins the poll. It's out of my hands. You know, it's in the hands of the patrons. That's the whole point of Patron's Choice. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We shall see. All right. So anyway, I'll have more updates about patron stuff over the week. I'm not going to talk too much about it because at this point, it's the beginning of the month. There's no reason to start talking about pledging for this month yet. But if you do like the stuff, you're liking my live streams, you like the on-demand videos I put out, you want to go the extra mile, check out my Patreon and consider pledging at patreon.com/darksidephil. And very quickly, I'll give a little plug to my girlfriend Leanna's business, The Black Current. It's at etsy.com/shop/The Black Current. She sells handmade soaps and wax tart melts. She just celebrated her 1-year anniversary of having the shop open. She sold hundreds of things and actually had an influx of orders over the weekend because there was a discount code she was offering. Unfortunately, that code expired last night. However, she is going to be offering a new line of spring products coming up in the next week, I believe. I think. So, we'll find out. I'm not 100% when she's going to launch that, but when she does, I'll let everyone know. But just throwing that out there. And, alright. I guess that's it, right? That is it, ladies and gentlemen. For the pre-stream, we're going to get started right now. We're on 3.5 hours of Street Fighter V gameplay. I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. Without further ado, let us begin with me getting my ass handed to me in a paper bag. And then stomping on that flaming paper bag on my front porch and making it smell like dog do. Okay. Alright, let's begin.